For that, keyword used is references. We need to write column name, data type, then references, department tables, department ID column. Now let's see how to create or manage the constraints after the table has been created. Listed below are the syntaxes to add and remove the constraints from a table. First example is used to add foreign key on manager ID column of an employee table, which references to the primary key employee ID. Second example, add the not null constraint on salary column of an employee table. Third example shows how to drop a constraint. For that, we should know the corresponding constraint name. Let's start with the next topic, that is select statement. Let's see the basic select statement syntax first. The basic select statement syntax is select column names from table name. Select clause identifies which columns to display, and from clause identifies from which table to select the data. SQL statements are not case sensitive. SQL statements can be written on one or more lines. Here there are certain basic examples. In first example, star depicts that we want to display all columns from department table. In second example, we are fetching the specific two columns data from department table, that is department ID and department name. In the third example, we are fetching the distinct, that is unique job IDs from the employee table. Many a times the name of the column may not get descriptive, or in case of calculated fields, heading might be very difficult to understand. In such case, column aliases can be used to rename the column heading. Column alias is basically used to rename a column heading for display purpose. Usually, it immediately follows a column name with just a space in between. We need to include them in double quotation marks if column alias contains space or any special characters in between. Listed below is the example for the same. Let's see the different types of operators which we can use with the select statement. The table lists various types of operators in SQL and their use. First type is arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators can be used with number and date data type, and they can be used in any clause of select statement but except from clause, and they are plus, minus, multiplication and division. Next type is a concatenation operator. It is basically two vertical pipes. It concatenates a column or character string to another column. Third one is a comparison operator. Comparison operators are basically used in where clause of a select statement. They are used in conditions that compare one expression or column value to another value. Basic comparison operators are equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and not equal to. There are certain advanced comparison operators as well. They are used for some advanced comparisons in where clause of a select statement. They are like, in, between, and is null. The last type of operator is a logical operator. It combines the result of two component conditions to produce a single result based on them, or it inverts the result of a single condition. The logical operators are and, or, and not. Let's understand now how to filter out the data using where clause of a select statement. User can restrict the rows returned by the query using where clause. A where clause contains a condition that must be met for the rows to display. A where clause immediately follows a from clause. Where clause usually contains a column name, some comparison operator, and some constant or list of values with which you want to compare. Let's see the demos of using various operators in select statement. First one is an example of concatenation operator. Here, if the user needs in the output employee name with job type and then corresponding job title, then this double pipe is a concatenation operator. This is the first name is a column from employee table, with job type is a hard coded literal, and job ID is a column from my employee table. Now the output will be John with job type IT representative, Kane with job type sales head, etc. Now next one is, if I want to display employee name, 1 month salary and his actual salary, then if I execute this query, it will concat first name, then concatenation operator, this is a hard coded literal, and this is a salary value from my employee table. So the output will be John 1 month salary 70,000, Kane 1 month salary 50,000, etc. Now next type of operator is the arithmetic operators. Now if I want to display some calculated column, I can use the arithmetic operators on the numeric column. So here I want to display employee ID, first name, his monthly salary, and then calculated annual salary as well. But to find the annual salary, the formula is salary multiplied by 12 and plus some 100 rupees bonus. So I can use salary into 12 plus 100. Now if I execute this query, it will show the first employee ID column, first name column, salary column, and last one is a calculated annual salary. Now this calculated annual salary is a column alias I have given to this calculated field. Now next one is an example of using comparison operators in a where clause. So if I want to display just those rows whose department ID is 10, then I can write a condition where department ID equal to 10. Here equal to is a basic comparison operator which I am using. Now if I execute this entire query, it will display all the details of employee whose department ID is 10. Now if I just want to display all the employee details whose job ID is sales representative, so I can just add a filter condition where job ID equal to and sales representative. Okay. Now in case of whenever I want to compare a value with character value or a date value, then I should enclose the character and date values in single quotation marks. Now if I execute this query, it will show only those employee whose job ID is sales representative. Now if I want to display all the employees whose salary is greater than or equal to 40,000, in that case I can use the comparison operator greater than or equal to. Okay. Now this query will display all the employee details whose salary is greater than or equal to 40,000. Now in the next example, we are using one advanced comparison operator, that is between and AND. So if I want to display all the employees whose salary is between 30,000 and 60,000, I can make use of this operator. Now we need to remember that this 30,000 and 60,000, that is lower bound and upper bound values, are inclusive. Now in case of third query, we are use the comparison operator as in. So I am checking where job ID in either sales representative or IT representative. So it will work like where job ID equal to sales representative or job ID equal to IT representative. So for that case, it is now showing only 4 rows, so job ID is either IT rep or sales rep. Now in case of next example, I want to display all employees where first name starts with any character, then second character should be A, and then any number of characters afterward. In that case, I am using one wildcard search operator, that is like. So whenever